Dear students, welcome to this session. In this session, we will discuss how to display the content of the binary search tree. So if you want to display the content, if you want to verify the binary search tree is constructed or not, so we need to do the in-order traversal. So we can go with any traversal, in-order, pre-order, post-order, or what the breadth first order. But if you do the in-order traversal, the result of the binary search tree will be in that ascending order. So if you want to display the content of the binary search tree and verifying it, you have to go for what? The in-order traversal of what? The binary search tree. So just start Boolean. The prototype of the display is what? Just it is going to display the content. So return type is a void, and then the function name is the display BST scope resolution display. Okay, and then within that I have to write the code. Okay, so here what code we are going to mean, just we are going to call that in order traversal. So we need to use another function, that is what? In order. In that I need to pass the root address. So which tree is have to be printed in order means what? I wanted to print the root tree, that is what 110. So I have to pass this R as the input. So this function will take care of what? Printing the content of what? The BST in order. We are going to design that in order as a recursive function. So the in order means what is the order here? Left root and then what? The right. Left, root and right. So this have to be what? Followed. It means that the left subtree have to be visited in what? In order. Then we have to visit the root. Then right subtree have to be visited in order. So like that we are going to design that function. This function is again what? Void. Here also what? Void. This also is going to be defined inside that BST in order. Here I are going to pass the root. So what is the root actually? R is an address of what? Node. Address of the node means what? Here also I need to represent that as what? Star R. And address of the which type is tree node. So I have to represent what? Tree node star R. This is the input. Okay, so just you apply this, that is what? Left, root and then what? Right. So left subtree have to be visited. This in order is going to print that root tree in order traversal. If you want to print this subtree in order traversal first, that is a left subtree. Okay, so this subtree in order traversal, we need to call the same function with what? The 210 as a root. Okay, with what? The 210 as a root. So just you call in order. Okay, in order of which one have to be printed? Left subtree. Left subtree is what? 210. 210 is something about what? The current root left. So R of left. Okay, and then we need to print the root value. Okay, that is R value. So that we can print that cout /t and then R of data. Okay, we have printed this. Then I need to what? Print the right subtree in the in order traversal. Right subtree means what? I have to call the in order of what? 310. So that we need to call in order of R of right. The code is very simple, but the understanding the code is we have to trace it, then have to understand it. Okay, so R of what? Right. So it will be what? Things. So whenever you are going to write a recursive procedure, okay, recursive procedure means what? The function is going to be called recursively itself again and again. Be clear, keep it in mind. The recursive procedure, when you are going to define, we need to set the base case or termination case. It means that in which condition the recursive the call should be terminated. If you are not setting the termination condition or the recursive base case, the function will infinitely call that itself again and again. It will never terminated. So in which situation it need to be terminated, that we have to set. It means that in which situation the recursive calls, that is this procedure is not needed, that we have to set here. Okay, so it means that when that recursive procedure, that is displaying that content of the VST is not needed, when the root is a null. Okay, in that case where there is a left is not there and right is not there, in that case the calling the in order and printing the data is not needed. So that here in that case you have to terminate the in order. So when that order, if that is in the root is equal to null, we need to terminate this. So just to return return. Void means no value to be written, just control have to be written. So I have to call just return, do nothing, like that we have to use. So this is the base case for this recursive function. Similarly, for any recursive function, if you want to write, so we need to set the termination. The base case is nothing but in which situation the recursive call, the procedure is not needed. So based on that we have to set the recursive procedure. If it is not set, means there is no useful of designing this function. What will happen is it will be called recursively without terminating. Okay, so we have to set this condition. Then now we will discuss how to understand this function by tracing that this function. So this is the base case for this in order traversal. The base case is nothing but the termination condition. So if you have not written this code, that is this on equal to null and return, what will happen is the code will call itself recursively without terminating it. Okay, there is no useful of writing this code. So we must set the base condition. When should it return? It is nothing but when this recursive call is not needed, that situation, that we have to set here. Now we will discuss how to trace this algorithm. So the initial call for the in order is in order of R is nothing but 110. Okay, so just you call like this from here, from the display function we are calling in order of 110. Okay, so first we have called that in display function. From here we are calling in order of, just for shortcut I am writing IO. Okay, in order of the 110, like that we have called. Correct. So the 110 will get passed here. So here come to that function in order. So 110 will be received. So 110 is not equal to null. This condition is false. Now there are three statements for this call. What is that? In order of left, then you print, then in order of right. So there are three statements for this function. How can we write this three statement? Means what? In order of, first call is in order of left. Okay, in order of root of left. Current R is the 110. 110 of left is 210. So that we need to call IO of 210. Then I need to print the data. So print the data means data is nothing but R of data is what? 45. So 45 need to be what? Printed. Okay. Then the third statement is what? Again in order of right of the root. Correct. So the third statement is what? In order of root of right. Root of right is nothing but what? 310. So I have to call IO of what? 310. Like that we have to write. So this is the three statement for this call. This will be executed. The 45 will be printed on the screen. This is the screen, your screen. The 45 will be printed on the screen after completion of what? This function. Be clear, after completion of this function. This is the 1, 2, 3 statements. So these statements will be executed after completing the total. So I need to complete the execution of what? This first function call. Then execute this execute. So that what? The 45 will not be printed immediately now. So I need to what? Expand this first order, that is IO of 210. I have to complete this, then I have to what? Come to this statement. So first statement in order of 210. So that is another recursive call. The another recursive call, again the same function will be called. But in this case what? The R will receive the 210. So 210 means what? The 210 is not in null. So what will happen? In order of left of the 210. Left of the 210 is what? The 410. And then root of data. Root of data is 25. Then in order of right of root. Right of root, the current R is a 210. 210 right is what? The 510. So what is the three statements again here is it is not equal to null. So the three statement is in order of left of the 210. The left of the 210 is a 410. Then we have to what? Print the 210th data. 210th data is a 25. So that need to be what? Printed. Then we need to print, we need to call what? In order of right of 210. Right of 210 is actually the 510. So I have to call 510. Okay, this is the code for what? The 210. So still the 45 is not printed on the screen, correct? Screen is an empty. Still we have the three call, that is in order of 410, 25 and then what? In order of 510, three statements. These two statements will get executed after completing what? In order of what? The 410, correct? So I need to what? Call this function, complete this function, expand this function first, then second and third, like that we have to come. So when we expand this is another call in order of what? 410. By the time what? This R will receive what? 410. R will receive what? The 410. So now what you have to write is, it will check R is a null, not. R is not a null. So what will happen is here, three statements, IO of left of the 410. So what is the left of the 410 here? It is a null. So what will happen here is, it will pass the null as the input. And then it will print the 410th data. The 410th data is what? 15. So that will be printed after completing this call. Next another call is what? It will print the IO of what? Right of the 410. Right of the 410 is what? Null. Okay. So null. So now here these two statements will get executed after completing what? IO of what? N. Okay, this function call is over, it will be executed. So now we expand this one, that is what? IO of what? N. So in this recursive call, now R receiving what? This time the R receiving the null. So R equal to null means what? Return. Return means what? Call to the parent who have called. It means that here it will not do anything, it will return what? To the caller. Caller means what here? So it will not do anything, just null. So it will go to that caller. Okay, so it will not do anything here. Okay, it will not get expanded, it just to go to that caller. Go to the caller means what? Again in this statement it will go. So this execution is what? Now over. After that what will be printed? Next statement is what? 15. So that the statement what? Printing the 15 to the screen. So 15 will be printed on the screen as a first one. Okay, the next what will happen is, So this is over. The next is what? IO of n. IO of n means again what? The R is a null. So R is a null means it will not do anything, it will go to that color. Okay, so these three statements of our 410 is over. Okay, IO and 15 and in order of null. So this will be over. Then this will return to what? This color. Okay, so this color. Here this statement is over. Next it will go to what? This statement. So what? 25 will be printed on the screen. After printing the 25, it will go to this color. Okay, here IO of what? 510. 510 means what? The R is not a null. R is not a null means what? Again it will be expanded to what? Three statements. Okay, in order of left of the 510, in order of what? Right of the 510, mean between what? Data will be printed. So I need to what? Expand this. IO of the left of the 510. The left of the 510 is what? 710. So IO of 710. Then print the data of 510. The data of 510 is what? 30, 35. And then what? Right of the 510. Right of the 510 is a null. So what? IO of what? Null. Like that you have to what? Explain. So now what is happening? The IO of 710. This I have to complete. Then we have to go to the statements. Okay. When we complete here, the R is again what? Not equal to null. So not equal to null means what? Again the three statements. IO of left of the 710 and then print the 710th data and then IO of right of the 710. Please observe that 710 left and right will be null. Data is 30. So data is 30. IO of left is null. IO of right is what? Null. So like that. So the 30 will be printed after completing this one. So that what? Here nothing will happen. It will go to the caller because R equal to what? Null. Suppose if you are not terminating this, here it will return that error. That is R of left is a null. R itself a null. Null of left is not possible to what? Access it. So that what it is showing that error. But here since we have checked here R equal to null return, it will be returned to the caller. Next 30 will be printed on the screen. So next IO of null. So this also will not do anything. It will go to that caller. Okay. So now the three statements are over. Now what? It will go to that caller. Next after this call is over, it will print the 35 on the screen. Okay. So next IO of n. IO of n means it will not do anything. Okay. So just what? It will return to the caller. Okay, so here 1, 2, 3 because the IO of null means what? There is no left right, so it will just return to the caller. So this is over. After completing, it will return to what? This caller. Now what? The three statements of the 210 is over now. Okay, at the completion of what? 210, this is the content. Okay, the left subtree data have been printed. Correct. So now it will return to the caller again. So it means that in the screen the left subtree data completely printed. Now it is going to print the root data. So that is what? 45. So 45 will be printed. Similarly, I need to what? Expand this again. This will print the right subtree details. So what is the right subtree here is what? 310. 310 left is a 610, right is the null. So IO of the left is a 610. Okay, and then print the data. Print the data means what? 65. And then what? IO of right. The right of the 310 is what? Null. So null. Okay, so this is the expansion of this call. First we have to what? Complete this, then you have to go for the 65 and this one. So here if you are completing this one, in this case three statements again. Okay, so one is the left of the 610. Left of the 610 is what? Null. So IO of what? Null. 610 left is the null. Right is the 810. So IO of what? 810 is the right call. In between 6/10 data, that is what? 55. That need to be printed. First I have to complete this before going this. So here null, so it will not do anything, so just it will return because r equal to what? Null. Then 55 will be printed on the screen. The next IO of 810. The 8/10 left and right will be what? Null. So that what? There is 3 statements. IO of what? Left is null and printing that 8/10 data. 8/10 data is what? Actually 60. So 60 and then IO of null. So third, that is a right call. Right is what? Null. So now IO of null means it will not do anything, just to return to the caller. Now 60 will be printed on the screen. Next IO of null, again it will not print anything, it will return to the caller. Now the 3 statements are over, so that what? It will return to the caller. Now from that 8 and the 3 statements are over, now it will return to what? This caller. The next statement is what? 65, that will be printed on the screen. And then what? IO of null. IO of null means what? It will not do anything, so it will return simply what? Return to the caller. Now after completing these statements, it will return to the caller. Here after completing these all statements, it will return to the caller. Okay, so it means that the IO of 110 is over. So it means that that tree has been printed in the in order. So this is the result. Again it will return to the caller. So in this way, if you able to trace an algorithm, you will clearly understand what any recursive algorithm. So just what it is printing that tree in order traversal in the action. Okay, so try to understand this traversal. For the BST, it is enough to print in order traversal. Okay, suppose if you want to print in the pre-order and post-order means only we need to change the function as the pre-order. Here is the pre-order of the root. I need to change this order alone. What is the order? Left subtree, pre-order first root will be printed first. Then pre-order of the left, pre-order of what? Right, like that we have to call. For the post-order, first we have to call post-order of left, post-order of right, then print the data. Like that you need to call. Okay. This in-order function is not added in that BST. Okay, this is the actual prototype we have discussed the class. In that we need to what? Define that in order. Be clear, the in order is going to be called by the user of the BST. It is going to be used by the display function. The display only is going to be what? Called by the user. So that you can define that in order in the private session. Okay, or you can add it the public, it is not a problem. So here just I have to add either in the private or what? The public. You can add that function, that is void in order of what? Root means what? The row node star and tree node star, like that. This function just going to be used by what? Display function, that's all. So you can make it as what? Private or public. Only these functions are going to be available for what? The user of the BST. So now I need to define the find min and find max. So in a tree, the minimum element in the binary search tree, the minimum element, just observe it. Which one is the minimum? That is the 15. Which is the maximum element? That is 75. So we can easily identify the minimum element. The leftmost element from in a tree, binary search tree, is the least element. Similarly, what? The rightmost element in the binary search tree is the maximum element. That's all. This is the logic. So if I start from the root, if you are traveling only on the left side, and if you identify who is the leftmost element, then that will be returned as what? Minimum. Leftmost means what? We have to check the left side of a particular node. If the left side of the particular node is a null, okay, then that element will be identified as what? The leftmost. Only we have to do the search on the left. So whose element left is the first element left is a null, that will be identified as what? Okay, so I need to start with a temporary variable t, that is a tree node. Star t, and then I have to keep on searching, moving the t to the left side until that node left equal to what? Null. So I need to keep on moving t equal to what? T of left. Okay, so while, and the t have to be what? Initialized with what? The r. Initially the t containing the address. So that have to be repeated while t of left not equal to what? Null. Okay, so that is the code actually. So first it will check t equal to what? Some 110. So 110 of left is what? 210. 210 is not equal to null, so it will be updated with what? 210. T equal to t of left. T of left to 210. 210 will be assigned to what? 110. So it will go to here. Then it will check what? Whether this is the this is the leftmost. This is the leftmost means what? We will check the left. The left is not equal to null. So then move it here. Now it will check whether this is the leftmost. Leftmost means what? Left t of left equal to null. So the loop will get terminated. Now the t pointing to what? Leftmost. So that data have to be updated in the x. X is the output variable into ampersand. So that what? X equal to, okay, and then t of data, and then return true. Okay, so this is a code for finding the leftmost. Before what, we need to check what? The tree is an empty. In that case what? The tree cannot be moved, so we cannot find the minimum element. So in that case I have to return the false. That need to be checked before start. That is, if r equal to null, the tree is empty, I need to what? Return the false. It means that x needs to be updated with -1 something and return false. So I cannot find the minimum and return false. So this is the termination here. And then you have to start searching. Similarly, we can find the maximum element. So boolean and BST find max of int ampersand x. So here again we have to check whether the tree is empty. That is, if r equal to null, we cannot find the maximum. So x equal to what? -1 some value, return false. Otherwise I need to introduce a temporary variable tree node star t, which is equal to what? R initially, while now I need to find the rightmost element. So instead of t of left t not equal to null, I need to check the right t not equal to null. I have to keep on moving the t to the right side. So while t of right not equal to null and t equal to t of right. So the loop will get terminated once the t reached the rightmost element. So that the x have to be updated with that t of data and then return true. So we have defined all the functions of what? The binary search tree. Now you try to implement this code in your system. Okay, you just create a simple binary search tree and try to print it first. Okay, print that elements by using the in order traversal. So whether it is printing, whether it is constructed successfully or not. After that, what you check the delete function and find min function and find max function is correct or not. Okay, by calling that functions. Thank you.